James first is with us in Nitro, West Virginia, listening to WVTS. Hello, James.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, great. Go ahead with your thoughts tonight.
Okay, my biggest thing is I don't try to be political. I don't try to, make these decisions and proclaim them to everyone. But my biggest thing is how reactive we are by nature. And it absolutely drives me crazy that something happens and it doesn't matter what you do, good or bad, there must be an immediate reaction. So it's either, are you against war? Are you against more airstrikes? Or should we all go in? But somebody, we have to react and we have to make that hasty decision.
Yeah, I agree with you.
When we fail to take a step back and say, this was a reporter. He was doing what he loved, but he was in a war-torn area of the world. This is a consequence of his decision as a reporter to go and be in that neck of the woods. And I'm a veteran. I've served two tours overseas, infantryman, and it sucks. It sucks to have the loss of life, especially American, or even though that sounds terrible, but I don't know.
It hits home.
I hate that it always comes down to, okay, we're going to draw a line in the sand. You're either for the war, everybody call in, or everybody vote on this, or cast your vote and say yay or nay about just going to war. When there's so many, it's not so black and white. There's so many options. And yes, this is ISIS and the second beheading. It's terrible. There's a lot going on, but I don't think it's just as simple as what everybody's trying to make it out to be. It's either there's three options. We try diplomacy, we try selective missile strikes, or we put boots on the ground, and I don't think anyone's in favor of that.
I don't think that. I don't know if that's what you are saying that you've heard on this show. We certainly haven't presented that viewpoint.
No, I don't think that at all. I listen to it's 94.5. It's a talk radio.
Yeah, WVTS in Charleston.
And
sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So Glenn Beck and Fox News, and then I listen to CNN, and I try to listen to a little bit of both sides and paint my own picture, and then I talk to buddies that are still in.
Well, there's no right, and just to further your point a little bit, what you said there was you listen to both sides, but remember, there's more than two sides, right? So just because CNN and Fox present a particular editorial viewpoint doesn't mean that those are the only options.
Examples. Those are just examples I'm using. There's a whole other side that believes that ISIS was created by the CIA and by our own government and is being used as a pawn in our government's own scheme and our own agenda.
Not an unbelievable claim.
Yeah.
Given the government's history with Al Qaeda, it's completely plausible.
Absolutely, it is. And the fact of the matter is, there's just so many facts that we're missing. There's so many pieces that we're missing, and I hate that we never get a full picture. And it's always in our best interest. It's always, you don't need to know the full story. And they try to give these little tidbits, and then they let us react in whatever way, and then we end up just fighting each other because we have these wild difference of opinions, all based off of just a tidbit of information. And
sure.
I get so tired. I'm exhausted by it, and sometimes I feel like it's just a matter of when will someone in the media have the audacity to stand up and say, we deserve the whole story in its entirety. We deserve to know the truth. And
I'm with you, James, and I share your frustration, and that's why I wanted to do a talk radio show that was open phones all the time, so anyone could call in
and I love that.
And bring their opinion to the table, even if it's radically different from what our opinions are, and at least have it be heard. Obviously, we don't have the distribution of Time Magazine or MSNBC or Fox, but for what it's worth, we're out there and we're on over 160 radio stations coast to coast. So I hope that we gave you a chance to express yourself.
Absolutely. The media has to get power back and a balance of power back. I believe that wholeheartedly. You guys are doing your best. You're trying. I applaud your efforts. Thank you for what you do.
Thanks, James.
But,
thanks for your call, man. I share the
guys.
frustration, and I thank you thanks for calling in tonight. That's James in West Virginia. Yeah,
It's
the media sucks.
Reaction, solution over and over again. This is how they take us down the path to more government. That's what he's pointing out, and I agree completely. I would point out that you'll never get the truth. Like, the truth doesn't exist in these circumstances. We don't know what happened. We're confused as to whether or not these people died, how they died. We don't know anything.
Well, at the very least, we can be confused with you. Dial us up at 855-450-FREE. That's 855-450-3733. I don't claim to have the truth, but we're all working our best to try to figure it out, and we can do it together here on Free Talk Live. The toll-free number is 855-450-FREE. I say more information is a good thing, and that's why I wanted to play that video for you, the audio track from it earlier tonight, because you're certainly not going to be hearing that on the mainstream, and you sure won't be seeing it. It's pretty hard to find it, actually. You can find it on our Facebook page if you want to take a look. It's Free Talk Live.
Free Talk Live, 7 nights a week from 7 to 10 Eastern, live on the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM.